let's talk about self-editing your novel. Hey guys, I'm Arlene and welcome back to my channel. So once again, if you're wondering why my face isn't actually in today's video and it's just my voice, I recently spent some time in the hospital and I'm still recovering a bit from that, so I'm just not feeling up to filming. The next few videos will just be audio with some graphics on the screen. I hope you can still enjoy the content. Before we dive into my 5 tips for self-editing your novel, be sure to check out my standalone political fantasy novel, To Wear a Crown. It's available at all online retailers. You can also request a copy at your local library or ask your local bookstore to order a copy for you. Now, without further ado, let's get into self-editing. Self-editing your novel is a crucial step in the writing process that helps refine your work before seeking professional editing or publishing. Here are 5 tips to effectively self-edit your novel. Tip number 1, take a break. After completing your manuscript, give yourself some distance from the work. Take a break for at least a few days or even weeks if possible. This distance allows you to return to the manuscript with fresh eyes, making it easier to identify inconsistencies, errors, and areas for improvement. Tip number 2, read aloud. Reading your manuscript aloud is an excellent way to catch awkward phrasing, grammatical errors, and pacing issues. When you read aloud, you engage different senses and can better assess the flow of your writing. So pay attention to the rhythm, the cadence of your sentences, and listen for any sections that feel unnatural or confusing. Tip number 3, focus on structure and flow. Evaluate the overall structure and flow of your novel. Ensure that your plot progresses logically, with each scene contributing to character development or advancing the story. Look for any plot holes, inconsistencies, or pacing issues that may disrupt the reader's experience. Make necessary adjustments to tighten the narrative and maintain reader engagement. I add this specifically to the self-editing phase because you are ultimately the best person to adjust the story, the structure. Yes, you can get an editor and beta readers and all of that, and they can all help you with this, but you are the person who crafted the narrative. So it would make sense for you to be the first person to try to make the narrative as tight as possible. Tip number 4, polish your prose. Pay close attention to the language and style of your writing. Look for opportunities to improve clarity, coherence, and descriptive imagery. Eliminate unnecessary words, phrases, and cliches that detract from the impact of your prose. Use varied sentence structures and vocabulary to keep the writing fresh and engaging. Additionally, watch out for common grammar and punctuation errors, such as misplaced modifiers, subject-verb agreement issues, and punctuation misuse. For this, it sometimes does help to use a grammar checker like Pro Writing Aid, but not necessarily for pointing out, where you made an error. That's also great, but it also shows you which phrases you overuse, if there's, enough variety in your sentence structure, if there's any phrases you're using that's particularly cliche or anything like that. Tip number 5, seek feedback. Once you've completed your initial round of self-editing, seek feedback from beta readers, writing groups, or critique partners. Ask for specific feedback on areas such as character development, plot coherence, pacing, and overall readability. Consider their suggestions and criticisms carefully, but remember that ultimately you are the final authority on your work. Use feedback to inform your revisions and further refine your manuscript before proceeding to the next stage of the publishing process, which would be your professional edit. By following these tips and taking a systematic approach to self-editing, you can polish your novel and prepare it for submission or publication with confidence. Remember that self-editing is an iterative process. So be patient and willing to revise as needed to achieve the best possible version of your work. And that's it. Those are my 5 tips for self-editing your novel. I also have made a video on beta readers, alpha readers, and critique partners, as well as a video on my specific self-editing process where I set that out step by step. You can see the links to those in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell so you don't miss any videos. I post new writing advice videos on Wednesdays, occasional book reviews on Fridays, and now also editing advice on some Tuesdays. As always, you can find me on my website, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, X, TikTok, and BookBub. All the links are listed below, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!